You know, so many times we just hear words about conditions and we just accept them and automatically we say, oh yeah, listen, we've got to do something about that. And a lot of times we have absolutely no idea what that really is and what it entails. And so that's one of the reasons why it is that we've invited these three gentlemen as our guests to talk about cerebral palsy. Armando Contreras, Chuck Smith, and Eddie, I want to know, do you anglicize it to Quintana or is it Quintana?
Quintana.
All right, thank you so much. So we'll talk to you and we'll leave them out.
Absolutely, please do.
The official titles are CEO of the UCP, United Cerebral Palsy Organization of Central Arizona, Armando. Chuck Smith is chairman of the UCP Board, father of Courtney, who received services there, and Eddie Quintana, manager for Circle K stores. So what do they all have in common? Armando, let's talk about the one thing that brings you all together and what cerebral palsy really is.
Right. Pat, always good to see you. Thank you for the invitation. I just have to say that the alliance, the partnership with Circle K and United Cerebral Palsy of Central Arizona has been for over 30 years. It's been a monumental collaboration. They've raised over $30 or $40 million in these past years. Just last year alone, it was $5.7 million that's going to United Cerebral Palsy and the disabilities community.
And how is Circle K involved, Eddie?
Well, collections are, donations are collected at our stores daily throughout the many locations that we have in throughout the valley.
Folks just drop their spare change?
Yes, absolutely.
What a great idea.
It is. As our employees ask customers to donate their change to benefit many families and throughout the valley with disabilities.
And you're one of the families, right, Chuck?
One of the very proud families. Our daughter Courtney is now 31 years old. When Courtney was about 6 months old, we were told she would never walk, she would never communicate, she'd never feed herself. Today, if Courtney was across the room and heard my voice and you were between us, she would knock you down as she runs over to see Dad. And it's all because of the services that we have received from the United Cerebral Palsy over the years.
Don't you just love showing up the big guys in medicine?
Absolutely. And
what have they done for you?
Oh, it's hard to, I don't know this show is long enough for me to tell you all the things.
Well, you found out at 6 months about the future that they gave to her, to Courtney and you, and the United Cerebral Palsy people said, not so fast. Starting when?
Starting probably at 9 months.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to the therapies that Courtney has gotten that's allowed her to walk, allowed her to go on the seafood diet, meaning if she sees food, she eats it. We've also had people from United Cerebral Palsy come in and help us with Courtney. My wife is a 21-year breast cancer survivor, 2 artificial knees, a destroyed shoulder. And as Courtney got older and our other kids moved on, Courtney's is our youngest of our 8. Nancy could not bathe Courtney, and it's very inappropriate for a dad to bathe his 18-year-old, 19-year-old daughter. United Cerebral Palsy would have someone come in to help us get Courtney ready for school and help get her bathed in the evening and put to bed. We trusted these people so much they had keys to our house.
The kind of services that I was talking about right at the beginning, that the folks wouldn't ever dream would be available.
Absolutely, and I want to say something that above and beyond the fundraising that Circle K has done, they've offered us a phenomenal opportunity on 7th Street in Roosevelt. We have our new UCP downtown. That would have never happened without the backing of Circle K. What we do there, as you mentioned in the programs, we have therapies, feeding therapy, occupational therapy, physical therapy, and speech therapy.
Are we any closer to a cure?
I think that is ongoing, but I can say this, is that our therapists are the best therapists in Arizona.
I tell you what, with 15 seconds to go,
yes,
you tell me, and I'll pass on to everybody else, what you need.
What we need, a couple of things. We need children to go to UCP downtown, so 7th Street and Roosevelt, and we want people to go to Circle K to continue to support us through elections.
Armando and Chuck and Eddie all have UCP in common, but they also have this in common, and that is the firm belief that you should never give up. Eddie didn't, and Courtney's watching right now. This is Pat McMahon.